What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, man. Man, I wanted to make this video as a response to a comment, man. That to a video that I posted. So I posted a video a while back, and this was January 24, man. I posted the video, and it was about co-parenting, and and it was just kind of from my perspective as a guy. And in that video, man, I was just kind of really stressed out, during that time. And, I kind of wanted to be respectful because, we're all human. And sometimes as humans, we make decisions that are not always in the best interest of whatever relationships we're in, whether it be a relationship, friendship, co-parenting ship, whatever you want to call it, business partnerships. A lot of times we make decisions that are not always in the best interest of those situations. And, sometimes when things are in the best interest of a situation, that doesn't always mean that it's in your personal best interest, right? And when you're co-parenting, man, that means that, you're dealing with a situation where you and a person lay down, y'all conceive a child, and there's a lot of emotion that goes into that, especially for women. So this is not to give every woman the benefit of the doubt, because not all women deserve the benefit of the doubt. Some of them are really doing things out of spite, and they're very spiteful, while some guys create life with women and walk away, and don't even make the attempt. So I'm just kind of making this video as a response to a comment, and that comment came from keeping up with the Joneses 101. First of all, man, shout out to Keeping Up with the Joneses 101, man. I appreciate the comment. He had a lot to say. And one of the things that he touched on, because he said a lot in that comment, man. If y'all haven't checked out that video, co-parenting from a man's perspective, man, y'all go check that video out. And man, y'all go check out Keeping Up with the Joneses 101's comment, so y'all can see everything that he had to say. He had a lot of great stuff to say. I definitely appreciate your perspective, dog. And man, hang in there. Sounds like you got a good handle on things, man. And not many of us can say that. But one of the main things I wanted to touch on in this comment is at the very end, where he said, real fathers know it's not always about presence. Sometimes it's about knowing when to remove yourself for your own well-being, dog. That is so key, bro. That is so key. And, when I read that comment, it goes back to saying what I've always said. Sometimes, bro, as a parent, just as a person, you're going to have to make decisions that a lot of people are not going to agree with. When you decide that walking away is the best decision, because that decision is going to allow you to maintain your sanity and keep you from doing something that's going to probably prevent you from seeing your kids long term, or if you got a friendship, a situation that you're dealing with. Sometimes people are more willing to do what they need to do for them in that relationship than understanding what it is the other person needs in that relationship. So when you are in situations like that and you feel like you're giving your all, especially dealing with kids, because you're interacting with these children, how much these children want you to be a part of their life. So when you're in those situations and maybe the other parent isn't seeing exactly, the want that child has for you to be present, and they're basically utilizing their knowledge of your emotions for the situation, for the kid, against you. You know what I'm saying? That situation can get real ugly, and sometimes it's more beneficial. I know it's hard to believe, but at that point, man, when you have somebody trying to do that, it's more so that they are, they're more motivated by your presence. You know what I'm saying? They want you to be a part of whatever it is. They want to get to you whatever way they can, whether it's negative or positive. The best thing you can do to a person like that, dog, is remove yourself. If you remove yourself from the situation, bro, you take back your power. You know what I'm saying? And outside of just that, out of removing yourself, because what that is when you remove yourself from situations, that's you know what I'm saying, taking back your power, dog. That's you making the decision that is going to, you know, and a lot of people not going to see it this way, but you making that decision gives you a better opportunity down the road to be in a better position to deal with whatever that problem is in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you have to make decisions that a lot of other people are not gonna agree with. They're not gonna understand because it's not their situation. And then a lot of people that be common be people that don't even have kids, dog. They don't even have kids. You know, when I ain't have kids, and I would hear a lot about people's situations and drama that they're dealing with and mess in their situations with their kids and stuff like that. You know, I used to be like, man, you know, I'll never, you know, walk away from my kid, or I'll never do this and I'll never do that. It's not until you get in that situation that you know what you're going to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because if you and the other parent knows the truth, you know what I'm saying? It's going to always be easier for a woman to make it seem like the man isn't doing what he's supposed to do, or he don't want his kids, or he don't care about his kids. But y'all know what's really going on. So in situations like that, bro, the healthiest thing that you can do for yourself is to remove yourself. You know what I'm saying? They're not allowing you to pick your kids up. If it's always an argument, you know what I'm saying? And it's more of a toxic situation, it's best to remove yourself, because guess what? That energy that you have built up towards the other parent, it translates to your kids, man. You start looking at your kids like they're the parent. I'm telling you. Now, you're going to be mindful of how you address certain situations with your kids, you know, but your child is attached to that situation. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are not going to comprehend that, dog. Your child is attached to that situation. So it's so important, bro, to try to find common ground and try to find a clear understanding and try to separate as much emotion from those situations as possible, dog. Ain't gonna be none of this, no texting and da-da-da-da-da. No, it needs to be straight to the point, dog. You know, every other weekend, well, it's every other weekend. You know, I'll check in Thursday, Friday, make sure they still coming, make sure we all copacetic. You know what I'm saying? If you want to call and check on your kid while they with me, that's perfectly fine. A lot of my kids, all of my kids have had either their own phone or a tablet, which is perfect. Even if you got to buy it yourself, dog, you want to create a straight line of communication to your kid. Now, that's harder to do when your kids are of younger ages, right? But as they get into that 4, 5, 6, 7 range, man, get them a little iPad, man, or get them a little, you know, a device that they can use, you know, and then that also lets you know that, oh, you really just trying not to, you want to really keep me from building that relationship with my kid. And that, you know, you go to court or something like that, man, you got that proof to show, look, man, I did this to try to maintain contact with my child. I did this and that. I call, don't nobody pick up. You know, you want to try to separate your relationship with the mom or dad, I guess, from mom and dad to, you know, you and the kid. You want to build your own thing with that child, because that's the most important thing. If you build a bond and relationship with your kid that is separate from the relationship with the other parent, that's a big win, because it's going to come back. That child is going to understand at some point, man, look, my daddy care about me and he loved me. I don't care what nobody say. You know, you want to try to build that relationship with you and your kid. That's the most important thing. So whatever you got to do to maintain your relationship with your child, dog, that's going to be key. But, man, anyway, man, shout out to Keeping Up with the Joneses 101. I appreciate the comment, man. Best of luck to you. I'm still, you know, handling my business, doing my thing in my situation. Things are getting a lot better. You know, my kids are kind of, you know, they coming back around and stuff like that. So it's a very positive situation. Me and the parents are working things out. And, yeah, man, it took a while to get here. I'm glad the kids are younger, so that gives us more time. But nevertheless, man, these are very impressionable moments, you know, and times for the kids, you know, when they're in that 4 or 5, like my youngest boy just turned 5. My daughter is 5. She's going to be 6 soon. And then I have a 8-year-old and an 11-year-old, you know, so I mean, these are very important times, you know, so taking it day by day, you know, and dealing with whatever obstacles come my way and trying to keep my focus on what's important for the kid and not what's important for dad. You know, unless things get out of whack and it gets real toxic, then, you know, if dad's not mentally in the right space, then there's no way I can support my kids, you know, in that space. So I try to make sure that I limit whatever toxic situations may arise and be the bigger person as much as I can. But ultimately, man, trying to provide and be there for my kids is the most important thing. So, man, I appreciate anybody stopping by to check out this video. You know, definitely leave a comment, leave your thoughts down below, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.